Hello, welcome back. Right, we got our Skull of Fire from Agartha. That's nice. Also got 60 water gems from Atlantis. I am sending them their bags of wine this turn. Did some Voice of Apsu, found a Mercury Pond, so that's quite nice. And nothing in the other province. Can't remember if that's one water gem or two. It might be two. I'll check in a second. I also found a Sun Ridge. Oh, that's definitely two. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. That's two fire gems. Bettyheim has a new prophet, a white mage. Interesting. And we didn't successfully lure anybody into the sea this turn. We also didn't trigger a fight though, so maybe I don't need those air gems. Interesting. Some battles then. Do Dragon Point first. We have a bunch of junk here, rolling in. It's kind of cool because I'm casting lots of buffs on these guys. Got Moss Body, Wooden Warriors and Iron Warriors. So Hazer Ethereal. I mean, these dogs are pretty cool when they've got, you know, Iron Skin, 20 protection, he's got Moss Body on him. Just need an Astral Mage over here spamming Body Ethereal as well. These guys are pretty tanky, you know. Nice little squad. Anyway, no problems. Lost one of the heavy infantry, but you know what? I'm okay with that. A couple of units here. We also had a battle in Walden and the Fortress. Walden is my god and the undead. So again, some stuff here. Stuff flies in. My god is misformed and etherealed. There's Dragon Breath. He walks through his own Dragon Breath and takes 1 point of poison damage. And gets sent to our capital because he's got a Ring of Returning. It's not quite what I expected was going to happen, but, you know, it works out pretty well. We're now much closer to Tianqi, so we can head into the lakes. That's fine. Finally, battle at the Fortress in Furia. I did not bother checking the scripts here or redistributing any gems, really, besides Flaming Arrows and Wind Guide. I thought it'd be empty. It's not really empty, there's quite a lot of stuff here. I feel like that always happens when I get lazy and don't bother rescripting armies. Turns out the fort is always full of stuff. Fortunately, it's not really mages, it's just probably some unscripted units that I guess just retreated back into the fort. Either way, they just fly in immediately, so just chop them up. Plenty of evocations, plenty of Flaming Arrows. It's not really a big deal anyway. More Blightnings, some Bone Melters. And that's that. So I think we might have had a few more losses there. Yeah, we lost one of our Master Shigenjas, which is a bit awkward. And a few more units, but yeah, killed 88 more units. It's, you know, a bit more than I was expecting, to be fair. And we get the Throne of Magic, whatever it is, the Outer Throne. I can't remember which throne it is, but, you know, we've got it now anyway. I'll check that in a second, too. So some battles then. Agartha is attacking Burgerus, so that works out pretty nicely for us, actually. So there's a big stack moving on to, I think, a fort. There's another big stack moving on to, I think, a fort. How did you lose so many things? You're just blowing yourself up. I'll just check this. Guess you're hitting your own units with crossbow fire, maybe? Seems possible. Oh, maybe that. I killed a bunch of people, actually. Could be it, you know. Okay, well, killed a few crossbows, but no problems otherwise. And also saw a battle in Chile. I think this is quite small, though. Yeah. I've seen some raiders walking around. Let's see Pythium's Bless. That is Shock Res, Poison Res, Fire Res, Blood Bond. Interesting. You go Sacred? No. Alright. So that is over here. So Pythium also has this fortress under siege. It looks like they're grabbing some stuff around here. Fair enough. I'll try and grab Kellum's Cap and the other throne before Pythium moves in, but we'll see what happens. Events then, Ophalef, we got some death gems. Peskin, a shipwreck, has dropped off some gold and an Adept of the Golden Order. Pretty good. And we got some warring tribes in Pepper Plains, unfortunately. And that's it for important stuff. Mercury Pond, what are you again? Oh, it is 2 water gems. Okay, is Sunridge not 2? Oh, they both are. Alright, sick. Good turn for magic sites. And this throne is outer, okay. So Dominion gets magic is not useful to us, but 3 more pearls is pretty nice. Spread some Dominion too, why not? The event mage we got is this guy. S3F2, that's not bad. I move him over to... I think I'm going to move him to the steel ovens eventually. And sit over there. We also had just enough gold this turn that I am able to start a temple in Fuma, which is quite nice. So yeah, still doing very, very limited recruitment. Just Soheis and Ryujin, but also got some province defense around here and a temple at least, so that's something. Anyway, this turn, I'm sending the bags of wine to Atlantis. We've done plenty of trading. Some water gems. I have Bune over here in Lomark. He has been given the Skull of Fire we got from Agartha, and he's forging a flame helmet. So, you know, we're on the arc of forging items to do stuff. Once we have the flame helmet, we can give both of those boosters to this guy. He's also making a water robe this turn. And then give him 1 more water booster, and then he can make a Staff of Elemental Mastery, and so on and so on. And we're not far from Maelstrom either. 2 more turns. We're on 1500 research-ish at the moment. So plans are looking nice. I found out on the Discord that Lemuria may have escaped from their capital, wherever that is this turn. So the Lemuria war might continue dragging on, which is nice. Agartha being at war with Bogarus is also nice for us. Do you know what? Lots of nice things for us in this game. Atlantis is stuck still fighting Lemuria. We had a pretty decisive early battle against Calum, luckily. Man and Tianchi are just dealing with this stuff over here, so we can try and clean up some more provinces safely. Pretty nice, actually. This might be the best game we've had in a while. So if I can get my research targets hit, this is pretty cool. There are still no globals up. And it's turn 40? That seems insane to me, but I mean, it's late age. I don't know, maybe people just don't have the gems or the spellcaster for it. Who knows? About to enter the mid-game, though. If we get that Staff of Elemental Mastery forged, we also got a guy over in Gamer who has a 3. So I think the staff would let him forge air boosters too. So that's also pretty useful. He's also going to be moving over to the steel ovens. We took Walden, we took Dragon Point. There is a silver mine here and a painted cave. So pretty nice province. It's 110 income with Kalim's Dominion. Pretty good. I'm going to move the skeletons and the stuff in Dragon Point over to Iron Ridge next. 1 officer and a few loyal henchmen. I guess we'll sit on a fort at that point. The guys in Furia are not going to move just yet. It's going to take a turn to just do a little bit of research, do some site searching. Going to look for astral, air, nature, water, earth, and so on. I've given out boosters to get our paths as high as I can. We'll do a bunch of site searching, do some preaching, claim the throne. I've given out the... Remember this thing we got from an event a while back? Try and cure some diseases. I put all of our diseased units in the garrison, so 27 of them have diseases. Might leave them behind getting healed. So yeah, just sitting still for a turn, but we'll push on the raiders, and then this stack can move out next turn. We should also receive our Moonvine Bracelet next turn, so that'll be the turn we cast Mother Oak as well, if it's still not up. We even have the gems for it, fantastic. So that's all pretty good so far. Next up over here, my god is back in our capital. Still got his ring. I'll try and hit this province, Tiffy Sea. I imagine these provinces got massive PD dumps because a lot of these provinces did, and, you know, I was obviously taking water provinces. But now that we've got the Ring of Returning, it doesn't matter. If I take a bunch of damage, I'll just immediately go home, so it's pretty safe now. So I'll just do Mistform, Body Ethereal, attack rear. Yeah, that's good enough. Hopefully we can just very trivially take these 2 provinces, though. That would be nice. Besides that, still lots of like planned arrows, still just, you know, shuttling stuff over to World Pillar. 127 things in the garrison now. Is this enough to kill the like 300 points of PD here? I don't know. Hopefully. I mean, we don't have many archers. I think a bunch of flaming arrows would be quite useful here. But once we've got enough sacreds and stuff, it'll probably be okay. We'll just send a few casters, we'll do a couple of spells, and it should be fine. It would be nice to take Kareen and the 2 water provinces. And theoretically, we could then take Chen-Chi's cap as well. I don't know. Man has a ton of stuff. And so when the war with Chen-Chi is wrapped up, he might be tempted to attack us then as well. But I guess we'll see. At the moment, Chen-Chi being here is acting like just kind of a buffer between us and Man and us and Utgod. So while they're still in the game, it's actually kind of safer for us. But we'll see what happens. If you get to Evo 9 and put up Strands of Arcane Power, that should protect us a little bit from attacks then, right? I don't know, I've literally never seen that spell in action, so I'm hoping it's a good defensive global though. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, no direct aggressive movements just yet. I forged some Scepters of Authority this turn, so these are nice to give to little leaders because they give you 25 more points of command so you can lead more stuff. And then it also lets your commanders cast Combustion as well, which, you know, maybe that does something in heat skills. Never know. Oh, I've got 2 more lanterns as well I haven't given out. Oh, I think I took those off people this turn. Yeah. Who can hold these? Besides that, not much else happening just yet. But should get some plans executed over the next few turns. Still doing a little bit of Voice of Apsu. We're forging, let's see, doing Voice of Apsu. There's all the stuff happening on the throne. Summoning some stuff over by Tianqi, yeah. Doing some Cave Drakes and then some Konoha Tengus. So, just keep doing that for a bit. Doing more Lightless Lanterns, Flame Helmet, Robe of the Sea, Lightless Lantern, Voice of Apsu. And yeah, that's it for this turn. But yeah, things are pretty good at the moment. That's nice. Let's hope they continue in this fashion. Well, that's turn 40. Not quite 2,000 research, but you know what? Pretty good anyway. Certainly the most research I've ever done in a game. But thanks as always for watching. Hope you're enjoying it, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Right, we got our Moonvine bracelet from Utgod finally, so that's nice. We also claimed the Outer Throne, which I guess is also nice. Voice of Apsu found 2 magic sites in Epernia. So lots of water gems, and also the Lake of Living Water, which has a bunch of events associated with it, so we'll go check that out next. Then a big one, a report from Furia. Suddenly, an enormous blizzard appeared out of nowhere and struck the army located here. 277 units were hit, and of those, 117 units were killed. Among the killed was Teijo the Onmyoji. Not great, you know. I think a lot of our archers just died. Yeah, the army in Furia is somewhat depleted now, which is a shame. This is, I think it's called Murdering Winter, or something like that. Basically a big remote attack spell. Takes cold magic, costs 40 water gems, so I don't think you can spam it much if you're losing all your provinces, but I did just see on the Discord that Calum is asking to buy water gems, so we might be a few more of these coming, who knows. Did some summons, more Voice of Apsu, found nothing, didn't find any manually searching, failed to lure anyone into the sea again. It feels like we got lucky the first time, I don't know. Then a couple of battles, we saw Agartha just rolling over some more Burgerous stuff in 2 spots. Not much to see yet, but they might take a fort soon. We attacked into Iron Range and Tivian Sea. Again, not much to see. Just taking the provinces quickly. Yep. Got another underwater province. So all in all battles, you know, not very consequential. Stuff is happening. Might as well look at the map. Yeah. I mean, oh, this was a fort. Okay. Was that a storm? Oh, right, okay. I didn't actually watch it, but yeah. So Agartha is kind of just rolling over Burgerous, huh? Probably going to take this fort as well, because it's not going to be possible to reinforce it at this point. Yeah, wow. I mean, Burgerous might just fall over. He does have this stack here about to do some kind of defense, though, so maybe not. His god is also with that army. I do have scouts in both of these provinces, and sort of all of these provinces around here, so whatever happens, we should see. So I'll keep you posted. Epernia, the Lake of Living Water, has been found. We will go check it out. Shadow Sea, we got some income, and Unforgiver, we got a couple of gems and stuff. And that is it for messages. Lots of Scout and Polgrave as well. Yeah, so this turn has already been submitted. and rolled over, in fact. So I said I just saw Caleb on the Discord asking to buy water gems. Technically, that's occurring next turn because, yeah, this turn has already happened. I just wanted to point that out, though, because I had an idea of what to do in this area that I didn't think of yesterday, and I wish I'd taken steps. See, Murdering Winter getting thrown around is it is Murdering Winter. You have 40 water gems. This getting thrown around is gonna like really hurt our armies a lot. And so I was thinking, that's annoying. How do I deal with that? I guess I have to like try and push the minion, use the heat spreading spell, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, I'm just kind of resigned to that. We'll have to just try and weather it, see how it goes. And then after the turn rolled over, I had an epiphany. There is a better way to deal with this. We already have this thing, which increases your army size on the map. We could make more of these. We could try and bait Murdering Winter to hit nothing. That would be a lot better, I think. And much funnier and much cooler, especially if it works. So I wish what I'd done this turn is I'd made another enchanted mirror. I wish I was just making a lot of those. We could put like 10 units in this province with 2 mirrors, and it would look like a huge stack about to threaten his cap, and everything else we could just kind of pull back for a while, you know? Or we could even make the other item. There's another item that does the opposite, right? Can't remember what it's called though. Is it the cloth thing? Gossamer cloth does minus 25. I wonder if there's a better one. I can't remember off the top of my head. But we could... Was it the cauldron? Yeah, the cauldron. These are pretty expensive items, but you can imagine if we sit right next to his cap here with a fake stack of like 300 units, and then our real stack is just kind of waiting for a second that's completely hidden. That's just going to bait out the Murdering Winter, right? And not only that, but because Kellum is just losing territory and buying gems, it's not like he can do this much more, is it? Like, we'd probably only have to bait out 1, maybe 2 if things stretch on. So yeah, I wish I'd made another enchanted mirror at least. But we do have 1. I was thinking what I could do next turn, because this turn, right, I'm going to move an army to Dragon Point. This is what I started doing. So next turn we'll have this stack in that province. So let's assume it's going to be at least 2 turns before Calum can cast that again. Next turn we could just move out of Dragon Point, but move an enchanted mirror into Dragon Point, so that it just looks like there's a stack there, but there isn't. I might try to do that. There might be a bit too much kind of, you know, wasting time while we're just trying to like finish someone off. But I don't know, I think it's another reason why it would be nice to have the cauldron this turn. Because I could move the real army to Iron Range and hide it while bringing mirrors to Dragon Point. It would have been so good if I'd realized, if I'd come up with that idea yesterday, but oh well. Anyway, that's enough kind of bullshit about mirrors and cauldrons that could have been cool. What's actually happening this turn? Well, we have this stack in Iron Range. The random kind of junk army. That's going to go sit on... What is this? Panuonia. Going to sit on Panuonia. Just to, you know, take it out of action. This looks pretty empty, but it has a wall integrity of 750. This has a siege strength of 112. Might be a while before that opens. To help facilitate opening forts, I'm going to start making some gate cleavers, which are earth items that give you siege strength, so pretty useful for opening forts. But yeah, opening forts might be a bit difficult. This is what? 500 wall? Especially if our army is getting wiped out by Murdering Winters. But yeah, as I said, we'll also be having this army in Dragon Point next turn. Pretty basic. We have 80 archers, we have, what, 100 Soheis? A few more stuff coming, 18 remaining flying units, a couple of sharks. And then we've got enough mages that we can spam a bit of Bone Melter, a bit of Acid Rain, and make sure that we can get up Wind Guide and Flaming Arrows, basically. So it's a pretty straightforward, kind of pared down version of the army we've already seen. That will be in Dragon Point next month. But I might try to do some weird stuff with enchanted mirrors, we'll see. Over here we just took Tyvian Sea, so might as well try and take Small Sea next. See how that goes. We do have the Ring of Returning still, so we didn't even get hit in this battle, which is nice. It has a free lab, but we can't recruit anything here without a fort, so it's not actually very interesting. Income kind of sucks. Whatever. We'll just take the next one though. Might as well. Eponia, we have the Lake of Living Water. 1 water gem and also does a bunch of events. There's a garden here as well for another water gem. So we're up to 6 water now, actually. I'm going to send one of our Ryujin with water 3 over to Eponia to start triggering Lake of Living Water events. This should give us a bunch of water elemental units, I believe. We'll see. I don't remember exactly, but it's something like that. That's all fine. And last bit of stuff we're doing is just continuing to move stuff into World Pillar. Not much else to say about that, because at the moment I'm not doing any more unit summoning over here. We're going to start doing unit summoning over here instead, so... We have this here currently, in the garrison. This is like the junk stuff. Cave drakes and claymen and terracotta soldiers and stuff. And then the actual units are some Soheis here, some archers here, bunch of flying units, and a couple of Okami. And that's it. But, you know, keeps this area a bit safe, I suppose. And eventually we will take Korean, it's just, you know... It's a lot of PD to walk into for no real benefit. I mean, is this even going to be a particularly interesting or useful province? I don't know. It would at least be a step towards taking Qianxi if we want that, I guess. We'll see what happens. Besides that, the big news this turn is, of course, over here in Lowmark, we are doing Mother Oak. And we're also forging a Staff of Elemental Mastery with this guy, who's like, you know, he's really decked out now. So next turn we will have a new elemental booster, and hopefully we'll have Mother Oak as well. We're currently generating 7 nature gems per turn. Mother Oak would turn that into 17. And next turn we will also have 3 water boosters, and we'll have Evocation 8. So in theory we can cast Maelstrom next turn as well. Practically though, we might not have the gems for it. We do, however, have 11 Astral Pearls per turn, so we could potentially alchemize them. Although we are still intending on casting Strands at some point, so maybe not. We'll see though. But that is, at present, how things are shaken out. Yeah, this is a bit worrying if we keep getting hit by Murdering Winter, but... Only I'd made a Cauldron. Oh well. Oh, one other thing that is worth pointing out, because it's annoying, is because of the Murdering Winter, the priest, I think, who was building the temple died, so we didn't get the temple. But I think we still got billed for it, so we basically just lost 400 gold because of that. So Pippin here is building another temple, but you know, fingers crossed this one stays up. Yeah, if this province gets hit by another Murdering Winter, I guess we just take the L. Oh well. Anyway, that was turn 41. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.